Maya and Zoe were best friends. They had known each other since they were toddlers and did everything together. From playing in the park to sharing their favorite snacks, they were inseparable.
They lived in a small town. It was a peaceful place where everyone knew each other, and the community was like one big family. The town had beautiful parks, a cozy library, and a friendly school.
They loved going to school. Every morning they would wake up excited to see their friends and learn new things. The school was a place of joy and discovery for them.
Maya liked to read books about animals. She would often get lost in stories about wild adventures and fascinating creatures. Her favorite book was about a brave lion who saved his jungle.
Zoe liked to draw pictures of her cat Whiskers. She was very talented and could spend hours creating beautiful drawings. Her sketches of Whiskers were so lifelike that they seemed to jump off the page.
Every day, they walked to school together. They would chat about their dreams, their plans for the day, and the latest adventures of their favorite book characters.
They talked about everything, from their favorite movies to the mysteries of the universe. No topic was too big or too small for their conversations.
They giggled at silly jokes. Their laughter was infectious, and soon everyone around them would be laughing too. They had a special way of making even the dullest days bright.
School was fun, filled with games, learning, and endless adventures, especially in Mrs. Honeybee's class. She made every lesson exciting and was always there to help them with a smile.
Mrs. Honeybee was their teacher. She was kind and funny. One day she gave them a special assignment. They had to write stories about helping others.
Maya and Zoe were excited.
They couldn't wait to start writing.
Maya wanted to write about helping animals in need.
Zoe wanted to write about helping her grandma bake cookies.
There were two boys in their class, Max and Leo. They were best friends and always sat together. They had a knack for getting into trouble, and their classmates knew them for their mischievous ways.
They didn't like school as much. The lessons seemed dull and uninteresting to them. They often found themselves daydreaming or doodling in their notebooks instead of paying attention.
They liked to play pranks. Their favorite pastime was coming up with new ways to surprise their classmates and teachers. The laughter that followed their antics was music to their ears.
Max liked to make funny noises. He could mimic almost any sound, from animal calls to the creaking of a door. His impressions always left the class in splits.
Leo liked to hide things. He had a talent for making objects disappear and reappear in the most unexpected places. His sleight of hand tricks were legendary.
Max and Leo thought the assignment was boring. They couldn't understand why they had to write stories when they could be out playing or planning their next prank.
They decided to play a prank. They whispered and schemed, coming up with a plan that would surely make everyone laugh. They were excited about the chaos they were about to create.
They waited until Maya and Zoe went out for recess. The girls were always so serious about their assignments, and Max and Leo thought it would be funny to mess with their work.
Then, they took their stories. They couldn't wait to see the looks on Maya and Zoe's faces when they realized their stories were missing. Max and Leo's mischief knew no bounds.
Maya and Zoe were very upset when they couldn't find their stories. They had worked so hard on them and were looking forward to sharing them with the class. The stories were their pride and joy, and now they were missing.
They looked everywhere, under desks, in their backpacks, and even in the library. They asked their classmates if anyone had seen their stories, but no one had any idea where they could be.
Max and Leo felt bad when they saw how sad their friends were. They hadn't meant to cause so much distress. They had taken the stories as a prank, thinking it would be funny, but now they realized it was a mistake. They told Mrs. Honeybee what they had done and returned the stories. They were nervous about confessing, but they knew it was the right thing to do. Mrs. Honeybee listened patiently and thanked them for their honesty. Mrs. Honeybee talked to the whole class about respect. She explained that taking something that doesn't belong to you is not only wrong but also hurtful. She emphasized the importance of considering other people's feelings. She explained that it's important to treat others how you want to be treated. Respect is a fundamental value that helps build trust and friendship. Without it, relationships can be damaged. Max and Leo learned their lesson. They realized that their actions had consequences and that they needed to be more considerate in the future. they felt a sense of relief after coming clean and were determined to make amends.
They apologized to Maya and Zoe. They expressed their regret and promised never to do anything like that again. Maya and Zoe appreciated the apology and forgave them.
They all became friends and learned to respect each other. The incident brought them closer together and taught them a valuable lesson about empathy and understanding.
Maya and Zoe continued to write wonderful stories, inspiring everyone around them. Their creativity and passion for storytelling flourished, and they were happy to share their work with their supportive and respectful friends.